would like to say a few words myself about the post-corona future of cybersecurity. Just 4 words, actually. It's the people, stupid. Okay, let me add a few more words to that. There is an ancient story about Leonardo da Vinci, the great inventor, who was hired to defend one of the cities of Italy. He built sophisticated machines, deadly cannons, huge tanks with machine guns, all kinds of weapons that looked like science fiction to the people of the time. All this did not help one bit when the enemy arrived at the gates and the terrified defenders chose to surrender without even giving the machines a chance. There's an important lesson in this story. Technologies are only as powerful as the people who use them, and systems are only as powerful as the people who lead them. This lesson is especially critical today, in the times following the outbreak of the coronavirus. The virus has shown us once more just how much we've sunk into the age of disinformation and how serious the situation is. Social networks have brought a lot of good to the world, but they've also led to false and misleading information being spread widely and rapidly. And the more sensational, the more alarming it is, the better. Social networks have created echo rooms that accompany people everywhere, especially thanks to the smartphones that are always in their hands. And the abundance of information on the net, together with the inability of the general public to differentiate between reliable sources of information and biased ones, or sometimes even to care, has brought us to the stage where there is no longer a shared common reality for all. Let's take a look at what's happening right now in the States. The Russians are currently attacking the US elections campaign, but their attempts to break in are not very impressive, let's be honest here, now that everyone is careful. The bots that they set up on social media, the sock puppets, are detected and shut down in a relatively short time. So the Russian hackers and social engineers are now focusing on a new old front, the people themselves. They are recruiting extremists on both sides of every issue in the States. And those volunteers, because they work for free, they agree with holy righteousness to write essays and hate articles against each other while the Russians are snickering in the back rows. The Russians have realized that the technology matters less than the people who use it. You can train an AI to form active defenses against cyber attacks. You can create algorithms that will identify bots and sock puppets, or antiviruses that will block viruses, worms, fungi, algae, whatever. It doesn't matter in the end, because the one thing you cannot and must not block in a democracy is the voice of the people themselves. Now think about the current president of the United States. A system of 17 intelligence agencies is supposed to protect the nation from cyber and other attacks. But officials in those agencies report that they are being forbidden to report on Russian activities and to warn the public against them because, and I quote here, it makes the president look bad. When the person at the top of the system is unwilling to use it for its designated purpose, then the system becomes useless, worse than useless. It's the people, stupid. And all this should not be new information for anyone who understands cyber warfare, right? Social engineering attacks, phishing, vishing, smishing, others are already well known to us all. But the world after the coronavirus is rapidly changing. Hybrid workers, especially in the high-tech industries, will spend half their time in their homes, communicating digitally with other workers from there. So there are going to be fewer conversations in the office, fewer discussions in the kitchen next to the conference rooms, and much more reliance on the cloud. This means that employees, especially those without knowledge and understanding in social engineering, can easily be deceived. What do you do then? Focus on the people. Stupid. Don't ignore cybersecurity technologies in general, I'm not saying that, but do understand the people must be at the center of it all. Prepare workers for social engineering attacks, help them identify disinformation online, work hard to develop a culture of trust and loyalty from the employee to the company and back. And what happens when you focus on the people? Well, people working in Joe Biden's campaign in the States were recently attacked with phishing methods by hackers linked to the Russian government. They knew how to identify these attacks and prevented a possible catastrophe for the US elections. When a Tesla employee was offered a 7-digit bribe in United States dollars to infiltrate the firm's computers, he refused to do that. Tesla focused on its people and thus dodged an attack that could have easily paralyzed the company's factories, could have spread to all of its vehicles, and quite possibly led to its collapse. Again, it's the people, stupid. Invest in people, and you'll achieve the most comprehensive cyber protection there is. Ignore the people, and the organization will stay wide open to attacks regardless of the technologies you hire for your protection. And finally, remember that adage which I kept throwing around? It's the people stupid? Well, if you do choose to treat the people as invisible, just remove the first part of the sentence. It's the people. You will end up only with stupid. And it really is that. So don't be stupid. It's the people.